Welcome to Niagara-on-the-Lake, one of Canada's most historic and charming towns.
If you love quaint streets, beautiful gardens, and lots of history, with a side of English flair, then this town is going to steal your heart.
So today we're going to take you along with us and show you why Niagara-on-the-Lake is the perfect summer escape.
Whether you're traveling as a couple, with friends, or bringing along the grandkids.
We'll take you through some of the town's most iconic spots,
including tea at the historic Prince of Wales Hotel, hidden gems along the main street, and even some fascinating stories from the War of 1812.
Plus, we're sharing our tips on how to explore the town like a local.
And we'll show you the best way to end your visit that most tourists completely miss. So stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to make the most of your visit to Niagara-on-the-Lake.
So currently, we're in Simcoe Park, which is just across the street from the Prince of Wales Hotel.
Right. Queen Street is just right there.
So you have plenty of picnic tables to sit and rest, and refuge from all the busyness of the main street. Come here and relax. You can have a coffee or your lunch, or just rest with the kids. There's a beautiful little playground with a little wading pool. And just around here we have beautiful rolling hills, and it's just really a beautiful spot.
So it's right in the middle of town, and it's actually surrounded by parking. And so you will often recognize it when you're driving through, because it is the large green space, and you've got a couple of churches, some beautiful homes to walk through to get back to your car. And so it is a place we often will come to park over here by the church, because it is often easier to find a spot. It is paid parking here down in the center of town, though there's other parking.
Yeah, just east of us here in the neighborhood, you have free parking if you wish. It's a little bit of a walk to come in, but it's beautiful. Every house in there is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
so
you have to search, but you will find something.
You can find free
parking. As long as you're not here on a weekend.
But it's not overly costly.
No. I think it's only $5 something an hour for the paid parking here.
Yeah. But the closer you are to town, the more you'll pay. But again, the parking is accessible. Your walking is easy, accessible walking. Great wheelchair accessibility. And
you're going to find so many gardens and galleries and beautiful homes to stop and discover, that it is definitely somewhere that you're going to stroll. But having said that, local tip, bring good shoes, because you will want to walk and walk, and you'll get your steps in. Yeah,
this is a town that you will love to walk. There's just beauty all around. There's great restaurants. There's museums, boutique shops, gift stores.
Niagara-on-the-Lake has some of the best food that you can find in North America, the world. It is definitely farm to table. The chefs are of a very high caliber. You can really find some of
the best chefs are here in this town.
Absolutely. They have created some wonderful dishes with wine pairings. There are many vineyards and wineries nearby, and the whole area is supplied by the bounty of the Niagara region.
Yeah, the Niagara region is a foodie place, and what they offer, their menus are changing all the time. And
seasonally.
Seasonal menus. And
definitely worth a splurge. So I would suggest that you pick a restaurant nearby and have a look at the reviews, and splurge on at least one meal. You will not be sorry.
No, you will not be.
You may want to get some of the wonderful fruit and vegetables that you will find on some of the roadside stands leading into town, whether you're coming over from the United States and Niagara Falls, for instance, or whether you are coming from Toronto or somewhere else nearby. You will be able to just pull over and get yourself some of the wonderful seasonal fruit and vegetables.
Yes, you have many options. We have beautiful orchards all surrounding in this area. So any direction you come into this town, you will definitely hit these locations.
Now, if you come in the fall, the grape harvest is a big deal around here. And so Niagara Grape and Wine Festival in September is one of the wonderful things. And Niagara-on-the-Lake has many events here to celebrate the harvest. And then, of course, very special in the winter time is the ice wine harvest.
Yes.
And this is something Niagara-on-the-Lake is quite famous for. And if you want, make a weekend of it and come in for that.
We love this town any time of the year.
Yes, so I think that this is the best town for a weekend escape that you...
Or through the week.
Yeah, this is the best time for a little couple escape, and it's certainly what we did. It's something that it's about an hour away from Toronto and 2 hours on the weekend.
Yeah, oh for sure. So it depends on traffic.
Yeah.
But also our last video we did for Niagara Falls, this could be part of your journey coming to Niagara-on-the-Lake, because it's about 20 minutes from here to Niagara Falls, and it's a beautiful car ride. Or you can even ride your bicycle from here in Niagara-on-the-Lake, and we'll show you some bicycle rentals. It's a beautiful bike ride to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
And Jesse and I have done bike rides through Niagara-on-the-Lake and maybe about halfway up to the falls because we've always gone to the falls.
Yes, and if you did miss that video, I will link it here following this one so that you can watch it too.
Yeah, it's a wonderful area to ride your bike in every direction because of all the vineyards, especially if you're cyclists. It's a great day or 2 or 3 to just ride around this beautiful location.
Absolutely, yes. If you are coming and you can bring bikes, we absolutely recommend it, but we will show you where you can rent them as well. Because it is so flat, so Niagara-on-the-Lake I think is meant for biking.
It's perfect.
And of course, the other thing is that the traffic in the summer can sometimes be pretty gnarly out there, and getting on a bike and freely riding down the beautiful streets and looking at the homes and gardens by bicycle is one of our favorite things.
Yeah, like anywhere when you're traveling, a bicycle, and if you're not familiar with the area, a bicycle can really get you into the heart of certain places.
Help you explore.
And really add to the exploration of the town or cities that you're in. So this is one of them that a bike would really be an awesome thing.
Yeah, and of course there's so much history here. So if you are a history buff or someone you know loves history, this is the place to come. We will show you Fort George, which is in town. You can actually see it right in the city center or the town center. So Fort George and some of the other sites from the War of 1812, the settlement of Upper Canada, all of that history really comes alive here in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Welcome to beautiful Niagara-on-the-Lake Heritage District. Let's start with the gardens at the Pillar and Post Hotel. These public gardens are free to access and are open all year round. You can find them just tucked behind the Pillar and Post Hotel on John Street. Now, they were inspired by Monet, and you can definitely see why. There are lily pads, climbing roses, peaceful walking paths, pergolas, and it's a beautiful way. See the formal gardens? It is a quiet spot that many visitors miss. And that is why we call it a hidden gem. If you need a break from the busier shops and want to come to somewhere a little more quiet and peaceful, then this is the perfect place. What a beautiful spot. The Pillar and the Post Gardens.
If you're looking for a peaceful getaway that feels like the English countryside and not a long flight, Niagara-on-the-Lake is probably the perfect place for you.
Yes, absolutely. We'll show you a few more hidden gems and where to enjoy a proper afternoon tea.
And some more beautiful homes.
And gardens. So we are just right near the main street, near the Angel Inn. And you can walk very easily from anywhere in the center of town.
Yeah, it's at the corner of Regent Street and Queen Street.
Regent and Queen, right near the Angel Inn.
Cork's Wine Bar and Eatery is a fabulous place to go. They have live entertainment and the food is quite delicious.
Yeah, we definitely recommend it. Right, the Niagara Apothecary. Microscope, castor oil. Pansies. They have a dog bronchitis, a single sip toast. 8 million bottles on sold. Those over here and things.
Practitioners use it to spray the room before they start the treatment.
You are so beautiful.
We are in Niagara.
Niagara-on-the-Lake. Niagara-on-the-Lake.
On the lake.
Niagara-on-the-Lake, Queen Street. So we're coming up to the Prince of Wales Hotel, and this is a hotel that Michael and I have stayed at. Thank you very much. Very lovely inside. And we'll just have a bit of a look around. There's afternoon tea happening right now, so we can take a peek in there as we go by. Don't miss the iconic Lakeside gazebo at Queen's Royal Park. It's one of the most peaceful and photo-worthy spots in town, with views all the way to Fort Niagara in the US. The Queen's Landing Hotel blends Georgian elegance with lakeside charm, perfect for a refined weekend escape. One of the best ways to experience Niagara-on-the-Lake is just to walk. The streets are lined with beautifully preserved Loyalist architecture, simple, symmetrical homes with steep roofs, wood siding, and elegant Georgian details.
These buildings were crafted by the United Empire Loyalists, settlers who fled the American Revolution and came north to British-held Upper Canada in the late 1700s. They brought with them a very different vision of what the land could be, loyal to the crown, not the new republic.
But that vision was tested during the War of 1812, when American forces invaded Upper Canada and occupied this very town. Fort George became a key defensive post for the British and ultimately played a major role in holding the border.
This war might not get much attention outside Canada, but it was a turning point. If Fort George had fallen for good, if the Americans had held this region longer, it's possible the Canada we know today might not exist.
The Americans held Fort George for just 7 months before British pressure and mounting setbacks forced them to retreat. But before they left, they torched the entire town of Niagara-on-the-Lake, then called Newark, leaving residents to face a brutal winter with no homes. The British returned within days, and the fort was back in Canadian hands.
In many ways, Niagara was the front line in a fight that helped define Canada's borders and protected it from becoming a U.S. state.
So this is Fort George. This is a very interesting way to spend a few hours. They often have recreations as well, and so if you can catch one of those, it's absolutely worth doing. So here is just a little tiny corner of it. I'll show you some more over here. So behind me you can see the big walls of the fort. Stronghold in the War of 1812, and we will tell you a little bit more about the history of this place.
If you're spending the day in Niagara-on-the-Lake and want to mix in a little history, Fort George is an easy and enjoyable stop. It's open daily from 10 to 5 during the warmer months, and it's just a short stroll from the main street. They've got musket demos, traditional music, and reenactments that really bring Canada's early days to life.
Americans didn't really like this, but at the Battle of Bunker Hill, during the opening stages of the American Revolution, the Americans are defeating the British in the battle, and they play the song Back Happy. And so are they use it as a way to kind of make fun of them. The British were so infuriated by this that by this time period, the British and Americans had rewritten the sets of lyrics over 20 different times to make them mean a little bit more.
We liked that it wasn't overly polished. It felt like a walk through history with locals, interested in sharing the history with you. You can explore at your own pace and still be back in town in time for wine tasting or afternoon tea.
Here's a quick tip. If you have a Parks Canada pass, bring it. Fort George is included.
And that brings us to the end of our visit to Niagara-on-the-Lake, truly one of Ontario's most beautiful and relaxing towns.
We recommend you take the scenic route along Lakeshore Road before getting onto the highway, and along the way stop at a local fresh fruit and vegetable stand like Quiet Acres.
If you enjoyed this video, we'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. It really helps others discover our channel. Thanks so much.
And if you love finding hidden gems and travel ideas like this, don't forget to subscribe to Free to Wander Now for more local tips and relaxing getaways.